Hello, everybody. We're here. I'm excited. You guys gonna
Not as excited as me.
You sound excited.
I'm more excited.
I'm the most excited.
Are we gonna play rollies to see who's the most excited? Everybody roll a d20, see who's got the highest number.
We could.
Rollies?
I
thought
just got a
rollies
20,
was
so I'm highest.
You just wrote 20.
You pulled a me.
Just typed 20.
Yeah,
2 can play at this game. 3 can play at this game.
there you go.
Shit, oh
I've been
no.
bamboozled.
Oh god! It's the lowest score.
Roll d23.
I was hoping for that nat 23.
Damn.
He's rolled a d100,
sucked.
still got a 21.
Damn.
I'm
So
gonna go
close.
get an actual
Daddy.
real dice.
Damn, I forgot we were fighting trolls.
Well,
You
now
are
I'm
in the middle of fighting
because
trolls.
We killed one.
Well,
We're fighting
guys,
troll.
I just
Oh, yeah,
I
that's true.
I just rolled
This
my
red
real
one is
physical
dead.
dice.
I could take him off the board. He's very dead.
Behold, we are fighting Erica's YouTube comment section.
Who are we? Are there shenanigans going on in my comments section? I had not even realized it.
I mean, I'm sure there are.
Probably.
I was under the impression that quite rude race realist had headed for the hills, but if he's still sticking around,
No,
it might be time to drop a ban hammer.
Well,
legit
ban someone
think-
from your chat.
No. Goad him into coming onto a debate over on Non Sequitur Show.
Yes.
Hell yeah, I'd love to debate race realism because that shit is dumb as hell.
Do it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Contact Steve after we're done here.
Yeah, let me see it. Let me see if he's into it. He told me he saved my tweet. I tweeted yesterday that the only thing that scares southern states more than critical race theory is like a single snowflake on the road, and he was like, "I've saved this tweet. I will ruin you. Like you'll never, even if you deleted it." I screenshotted it. I was like, "What?"
Watch out, he might mint it into an NFT and then he'll own it forever.
He's gonna
Oh my
gonna
God.
print it and
Bro.
put it on the wall behind him like a trophy.
You can't do that. That's my intellectual property.
That's my
How dare
NFT
you
tweet.
Save an NFT.
I'm so angry and sad.
All right, so Maddie. Okay, well, first off, hi, welcome everybody. For those of you who are new here, I don't know if there's anybody new here. Everybody knows who we all are. We're just a bunch of monkeys.
We're a bunch of dorks who play D&D on the internet, and most of us usually talk about science on the internet.
Yeah, go to Erica's channel, go to Maddie's channel, go to Bent's Spotify because he's a pleb who's still on Spotify after that whole Joe Rogan situation.
I want
Yeah.
my 8 cents, darn it.
go to find TD Lane wherever the hell he's hanging out, and go
Go to
to
Dapper Dino's
I
channel.
I was gonna say, yeah, don't go to my channel though.
Yeah, don't go to Dapper's channel. Also, this is my channel. Hi, I'm here. You can also find me over on the Non Sequitur Show. Apparently, we're making plans for that. We were fighting trolls last time. For anybody who does not remember last time we were here, we were in the middle of fighting some trolls, so now we get to do that while we were also following an orange
In the
cat
game,
boy.
not the chat.
An orange cat boy and an angry, bureaucrat?
Are we fighting?
Sure.
Are we fighting trolls, or is Milo just putting leaves under them that upset them, and then they walk around and die?
We got one more
That's
troll.
how I remember it.
That happened a lot.
That happened a
Yeah.
lot.
I think I did I don't remember what spell I did. I didn't do Entangle. I did the one that makes them take damage when they move.
Yeah, spiked growth.
Okay.
Yeah,
that
and
was-
you rolled exceptionally well.
And I'm
Yeah,
still
so-
concentrating on it.
Last time on Guns, Magic, and Steel, you guys explored a little bit more the city of Tonkawa, which is this like the furthest north city. Learned a little bit about it, but you didn't stay in town very long because that Fion and Lars, his Tabaxi henchman, had about a day's head start on you heading north up into the mountains. But you were able to find their tracks leading outside of town, and you've followed them when you got so you were like chasing these guys when you were interrupted by a couple trolls. That's the major points, right? That's where we were at.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we killed one of them.
And don't
You've
forget
killed one of
to
the trolls.
donate to the charity down below. Because that's
Yeah.
why we play D&D sometimes.
That is?
What? Yeah, we don't make money
Yes.
off this stream unless you give a super chat. That goes to Josh.
Yes.
But also sub to Chesh because we can't do an official charity stream on YouTube unless you have like 10,000 subs, which is very hard to do. So
I
anyway,
can put it on my channel, I guess.
yeah.
All right, we're all gonna go start playing on Luke's channel.
Yeah.
Luke has a
Yeah.
very active YouTube and internet presence.
It's true.
We're gonna find out one
It's
day
just
that he
mostly on furry
actually.
forums.
Right, that's what we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out one day that he actually does, and it is like the raunchiest, voriest furry porn that there's ever been.
It's just-
No, he's just a simple otter furry. That's his persona.
No,
It is
I
neon
just do
green.
pogo roleplay sexually.
As an otter.
You sexually do
Okay.
the roleplay or the
No,
roleplays? Okay, never
Now we have
mind.
an insight
Yes.
into the goings on at Casa Gibbon.
Joke's on you. Erica's
you
into
could
that
cut-
shit.
You could cut the tension with a knife. Sexual tension, that is.
Hey.
Between Luke and himself.
Wait, what kind of knife? Are we talking like a steak knife? Because that's not very impressive. Or like a
Oh, a butter knife.
Oh,
Okay.
A plastic
Ooh.
baby knife.
oh.
The kind
Does
that
that mean
comes with
there's-
Play-Doh.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
there's not very much tension, or like.
Oh, it means
there's a lot.
there's a
It's,
lot.
it's the
There's just
tension
a
of a rubber band about to snap when you're putting it over the cheese brick.
I see.
Yeah.
That adds up. Yeah, it's more like silly putty, but after it's been microwaved like 6 or 7 times, you guys know what I'm talking about.
I don't even know if that would make the putty more hard or more soft.
First
Only one way to find out.
So we know what the next video is going to be for the science friends. Is going to be experiments
Yeah.
with silly putty.
What
This
happens?
is how I get my channel to 10,000 subs.
Yeah, Luke's
Yeah.
channel is going to be
Yeah.
like doing weird things with microwaves and silly putty and like
And roleplay.
can you blend a yeah, he's going to be in full pogo cosplay. Can you
Nice.
can you blend silly putty?
On
gonna be
stilts,
so
so
good.
he's like big and with a pillow under his shirt.
And
Wha-
instead of a blender, it's just me and a spoon.
What it
Very erotic.
It's making like that squish noise, so it's a little bit of ASMR
Oh,
too.
God.
Hmm.
Oh, God.
Well, hey, on that note, you guys want to kill this troll?
Yeah, let's do it.
I guess we could.
Okay, cool. We were at the top of the initiative order because we did exactly 1 round. And so Calypso, you are actually up.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh, that's exciting. Cool. And this
It is
guy,
your turn.
This guy is right beside my impy companion here, who is rather squishy, and that's not good.
I would certainly say that this
Kill
troll
him.
is engaged with an ally of yours.
Glorious. Also, how's this troll looking? Because I don't remember what shape this troll was in. Was he?
You guys really focused on the other troll.
Yes, we
So
did.
this guy, you can tell this guy's taken some damage, but still looking pretty healthy.
Okay, I'm not a fan of what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do this and get kind of more adjacent-ish, like here-ish.
Okay.
And
okay.
I'm gonna move to my rapier. And I'm going to grant, use the help actually. No, I can't do that. Okay. I'm going to use my Master of Tactics to give for the help action, as a bonus action, to help an ally in attacking a creature. So I'll give that to Pogo,
Okay.
and then
What do you do to help Pogo?
I think I'm gonna say something along the lines of, "Oh, Pogo darling, if we don't squish this thing relatively quickly, Vyra might get knocked like a fly." And
Me kill!
Okay.
and
Oh my God, Pogo, this is worse than that time at the bazaar.
and then I'm going to attack with my rapier. And do I get
Okay.
sneak attack damage on this because I have advantage?
But you don't have advantage.
I don't have advantage for Pogo being opposite.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sorry, I've been playing
That's why you were doing
Pathfinder.
these weird moving around things.
Yeah, I'm just not like
Flanking gives advantage in 5th edition.
yeah.
Then yes.
If it's an optional rule. We were using it before, but I'm not sure if we want to use it for the troll because the troll's bigger, or if there's anything that.
No, I'm happy to use that. I literally in my home game we've used Pathfinder rules, and flanking works differently in Pathfinder, and my brain froze.
Yes, correct. All right, so I will roll to make a rapier attack and see if I hit him, and I have advantage, so I roll twice.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. 24 to hit. 24 to hit.
Hey, that 24 definitely hits.
All right, sweet.
Hell yes.
So now I get to roll a lovely 1d8 plus 4 slashing damage for my regular rapier, which is an 11, and then my sneak attack I think is 3d6 right now. Let me just double check. Because this, for whatever reason, Roll20 doesn't tell me, and I forgot that Roll20 doesn't tell me that.
What is it?
My sneak attack damage. I'm just double checking.
Sneak attack damage at level 6.
Yeah, it's on the table. Yeah, it is 3d6, yeah.
Okay.
I was correct. So then I will roll 3d6. Kaboom! 12.
Brilliant. Okay,
Not bad.
Milo,
I'll take that.
you are up with Voldrin on deck.
Okay. First thing I'm gonna do is move my 25 feet so that I'm closer.
It's piercing damage, not slashing damage with the rapier. That's my mistake.
You're good.
Then, so right now my spike growth I think is in. I don't know how to make the circle here.
Yeah, that's that gray circle.
What I want to do is reposition that so that just our troll villain is inside that. So I don't know.
Can you move spike growth?
Well, I
Could
figure
recast it,
I might be able to unconcentrate on it and then cast again. Although I might have to actually click it.
I would be cautious about that because we are all right beside this guy.
I know it's risky,
Do not
right?
hit us.
But what I want to do is aim again. I don't know how to draw the circle here in Roll20, but basically,
You want to put it on the
so
edge where
rectangle.
he's getting it right in the butt.
I want to put it. Can you see that? Kind of like that. What I'm trying to go for.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I don't think we can.
But obviously, I can't. Well, I don't know if you can see my.
Yeah,
circle.
okay,
now
I
I
can
do,
see
okay.
that.
Yeah. All right. So that's not the right size and all that. I know that, but that's what I'm gonna go for. So I'm gonna shoot that spike growth
Okay.
out again, and say, "Avast, ye, leave my friends alone, you big
Okay.
jerk."
So we've
Yeah,
dropped.
get him.
We've dropped it. You've recast. Okay. And so we're gonna move that circle to like there. Is that? Do you see how I moved the gray circle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, that
Is-
looks good to me. Yes.
Okay.
Because I feel like everyone else is safe, right? So we'll do that.
Okay. When a creature moves into or within it. Okay, so he has to move to take damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Although I don't really know if he can move any direction away from it right now, based on where everyone is.
Yeah. So no, there's
Basically,
if he moves, he'll take
if he
damage.
tries to flee, he's screwed.
Right.
Yeah. Very much so. Okay, Milo,
That's
is that
my
your turn?
Yes.
Okay. So Voldrin, you're up with Kakamakis on deck.
Will. 60! Shoot him! And then 60's gonna shoot him.
Poke
Hell
at
yeah.
60
Aww.
since we're next to each other.
Yeah.
Alright, so I rolled an 8 on 60's shot.
And 8 does not hit.
No, I wouldn't expect so. But I'm also going to pull out my little beetle-looking guy who shoots fire out of his abdomen that curls up instead of down like a bombardier beetle. Curls up like
Oh.
a scorpion. He's gonna shoot a whole bunch of fire at my troll because it's like one of my only damaging spells that I have prepared. So you know. All right, so this is gonna be Scorching Ray.
Okay.
So it is a spell save of 14. Oh, let's see. So 3 rays of fire and hurl them at target within range. One target or several make a. It doesn't actually have a spell save. It's actually range attacks. So I'm going to roll 3 times against this guy.
Okay.
And some of them hopefully will hit him. Of course. There we go. Hopefully 2 hits.
Yep. So the 22 and the 20s certainly both hit. So yeah, roll me damage for those guys.
Come on, Voldrin, kill this guy.
I don't think that's gonna happen. But I got him a bit. He's smoking now.
Okay, he's definitely smoking now. He's not looking very good at this point.
Oh my god, that is not what I need, you guys.
Kakamakis, you're up. Vyra, you are on deck.
Vyra, if it makes you feel any better, we're imposing on this guy, so he's probably not going to attack you.
That's not a good idea, actually. No.
Yeah, you're raging. You'll take half damage if you take any damage going into that.
Yeah, if you take that step, Kakamakis, you'll take 2d4 damage halved. Yeah.
Which is really not that bad.
Yeah.
I've had worse.
Alright. So just roll 2d4 then.
No. Milo is going to be rolling the 2d4 because he's the one damaging you.
Yeah.
Alright, you go ahead, that
roll low.
Kick his ass. Yes!
So Kakamakis, you take 4 points of damage.
Oh no.
Maxed it out and got that smooth 4.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Oh god.
Milo just has really, really vicious thorn growth.
Yeah.
I didn't expect you to go into it.
You just get a really big splinter.
Look, this
into your foot.
This is not a smart kobold.
We've established that.
I'm here for that. I'm so happy.
Okay, both of those are going to hit. Do you have 2 attacks?
Yes.
Okay, both of those hit for a total of 21 points of damage. Oh my goodness. This troll is looking...
Plus 2 to each, though.
Kill him.
Plus 2 to each?
Actually, that reminds me, I also dealt more damage because I have the Arcane Cannon ability, which,
okay.
That means
so
that
that
I deal more damage.
So Kakamakis, before you told me plus 2 to each, he had exactly 4 hit points left.
Oh yeah, he's got pranks.
Oh my god.
So,
damage.
Please describe this killing blow for us.
Well, stab to the heart, then stab to the face.
Okay.
Simple.
So I see Kakamakis, you run in and you're like stepping over these spikes going, ow, ow, ow. And then that just pisses you off even more, right? And so you you take your halberd and it's this wild, barely controlled circle arc swing deep into the chest, and then you just go and brain the guy on as it arcs around the other way.
Sounds accurate.
Okay.
Brain
Good job, team.
Take a drink.
You've killed that troll. And I'm going to assume Milo drops spike growth, so that brings us out of initiative.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
I've been
Okay,
convinced.
60.
Is everybody okay?
Me kinda hurt.
Feet hurt, but mostly fine.
Feet?
Yeah.
Alright. So Pogo, you need some help there, buddy.
Oh, no. It only emotional pain.
Oh.
From
Well,
60
I keep telling
missing.
you
I can't do much
cannot
for that.
you cannot skip therapy. That is not something that I am allowing you to do anymore, regardless of how many free ice cream coupons you think you have.
I not like therapy. She always make me cry.
Pogo.
Oh, I know that. But that's just because you got so much hurt inside your butt.
Wait a minute, Pogo. You're holding free ice cream vouchers, eh?
Not anymore.
No.
Oh. Alright.
Not since the cone incident.
I run out.
I thought you were holding out on us.
No.
Alright. I was a bit hurt, but it's all right now.
I'm just gonna
Pogo
wipe.
winks and hands you like a stone that like, might be kind of cute.
Thank you.
I'm gonna wipe off my blade, clean it up a little bit, put it away. Kind of look at this troll body. Is anything going on with it?
No. I don't know how much you know about trolls, but it just looks like a dead monster.
Same with the other one. Nothing's going on with that one either.
Correct.
I would like to inspect the bodies.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Actually, I'm gonna tell somebody else to inspect the bodies. I changed my mind. I'm going. Yes. Yeah, I'm just gonna be. I'm delegating.
Well, let the strange lizard know.
Oh, you rolled a 14.
Yeah.
Wizard. I think Maddie might have gone away.
Sorry. Oh, there's the investigation. Sorry, I was waiting for people to roll, and I don't know why I thought there'd be like a sound cue, but I was like listening for the roll. Anyway, that was dumb. Kakamakis with an investigation of 14. Psh, you've seen trolls before. You've seen dead trolls before. These are just some dead trolls. And this is the, like, trolls kind of like mountains, you're pretty sure, right? Mountains are chill. So doesn't seem super out of place.
Do they have anything in their pockets?
They don't have clothes. They have no pockets.
They're not wearing any clothes at all?
They have like a nasty loincloth and but they don't have a weapon.
Alright, well, Kakamakis, how do they taste?
Oh, God. I'm gonna start I'm gonna start using my movement to, like, scout. And
no lick could be mimic.
I'm gonna start scouting.
True.
I'm gonna start scouting, like, way up ahead, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll a stealth check, but I'm gonna be using my feline agility to kind of, like, up and around stuff.
Running around.
18 for stealth.
I'm not
okay.
Normally one for diplomacy, but next time maybe I talk.
Well,
I just learned that word.
Maybe. But we did do pretty well on you know, making them dead.
Me knew mini troll growing up. Sometimes they bully, sometimes they not bully.
Oh.
Okay, but the bullying ones are like a huge portion of why you don't want to go to therapy.
Yeah, but that not mean next one be bully too. That the problem with statistics.
Pogo, you are so sweet.
I know.
Okay,
and from all the ice cream.
Calypso, you are sneakily moving up on ahead. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, that's like half of my speed from where I was to get to, like, in one movement. So I'm like, I'm like quite a ways at this point, more than likely.
Yeah, and we're also like, you're about to go off the map, so like we continue. We continue to go up the mountain.
I rolled a 1 perception.
That's
okay.
Steve.
My passive perception is 16, if that matters.
Okay. You're keeping your eyes open, you're not really seeing anything, and then like goodness, you find like the troll, like where they were camping, right? You can see that there's a little clearly campsite up ahead, and the smell that wafts off it is just so intense that you like almost lose your footing. It's so distracting.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
Nice. Alright. I'm not gonna move too much ahead. I'm gonna stay in stealth. Well, these guys are, arguing.
Alright, well, Pogo, do you still have the trail?
Huh? What trail?
We were following a trail of a catman and his bureaucratic employer.
Catman's sneaking over there.
No, that's our cat person.
Can you see me? I rolled an 18 stealth.
Oh, he watched you walk away.
Yeah.
Did he? Are you sure he was paying attention to that?
Pogo's very observant.
Okay.
Hey,
where did Calypso go?
Pogo, go ahead and give me a survival check whenever you have a minute.
Okay, let me see if cat come near me. Other than that, cat. If I can remember how spell survival. Oh, I rolled with advantage by accident.
Yeah,
But we'll take
your first roll was a 20.
first roll, which was a nat 20. You
rolled me out.
immediately clock the trail again, and you see it just kind of heading in that direction that Calypso already went, just further up into these mountains.
Oh, smell for ammonia. You know, cats are always like hissing ammonia.
I have heard that.
What's that?
That was a good sniff there, Pogo. I like that sniff.
I think got too close to dirt.
Go wash your eyes. That can kill your corneas.
I didn't know Pogo was dog.
At least we got the trail.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I'm
you're
gonna
making light of a very serious situation. Pogo needs a wet cloth ASAP. I'll take care of this.
It like crying, but not therapy kind.
Pogo,
Yeah, Pogo, I know.
put a bit of cloth in some water from your canteen, and then press it against your eyes when they're closed. It'll help.
Pogo just starts pouring his canteen over his eyeballs.
That might
That's
work.
good. Blink rapidly.
Pogo flutters his eyebrows dashingly.
It's
Excellent.
very cute.
Okay. So I'm going to assume that you guys follow this trail deeper into the mountains for a while?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. It was about... You didn't get a super early start today onto this path, so okay. So you keep going, and if you follow this trail for... Pogo is able to, like, keep finding the footprints where they're available. He's able to keep up with the trail. You guys follow this, like, deeper up into the mountains.
Deeper
and
up. I like it.
Deeper up. Yep, further up, deeper into the mountain range, further up. And you go for a few hours. As you're traveling, part of what you see is you actually find...
Was there anything at the campsite of the trolls? Did we inspect that at all for anything?
Oh, you're welcome to, but it's you basically found an animal den, right?
Oh, okay. It's not like there's no notes. They probably can't read stuff like that.
Correct.
Got it.
Right. So as you guys keep going, you actually find the bodies of 3 more trolls.
Oh. Can we see what kind of like markings are on them? Like what killed them?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me an investigation check.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Go for it.
With an investigation of 22, that is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Voldrin, you clock it immediately. These are the bulk of the damage was done by a spell attack. You definitely recognize a blight spell getting knocked off, and that Pogo, you find a pretty rock.
Me not so sure. Me think Sixie did this.
Well,
Sixie, you do this?
I think these trolls were blighted to death, which seems not great.
Sixie, no blight.
Yeah.
No, Sixie, she kind of blight. She's more of a force cannon.
She can do whatever she want, not for you to say.
Well, I did make her.
Way to empower, Pogo.
You think
You an
you
excellent
made
ally.
her? She her own man.
All right, well,
Huh.
we'll see how that goes next time she dies, and I have to make a new one.
She too strong, never die.
Voldrin, you're definitely... The second that he says blight, all of you that, like, tripped some of those gems in the mansion remember that blight spell getting released and it being really bad.
Was that the one that destroyed the table?
That was the one that destroyed the table.
Smelly gems.
All right, so someone out here is off going about with blight spells, which I think is cause for not necessarily alarm, but caution. So let's all not touch anything that looks magical or crystal-y or anything like that.
Purple.
You find crystal, just show me.
Okay.
No, Pogo, I think you should be on the lookout for spy squirrels.
Spice Girl?
Spy squirrels.
Spy squirrels.
Aye. That's a thing.
Didn't know they were that smart. I always thought they were just kind of nuts.
Ah, I get it.
I think I get it.
So,
Wait, where's Calypso? She's still over in the animal den, right?
Sorry, you guys are kind of off this map at this point, but I don't have a map for your whole, like...
I'm just I'm
long.
taking.
you don't have like
I-
a 20 mile long map.
I'm probably.
I don't have a 20-mile long map.
I'm probably a little bit further ahead, taking point.
Yeah. So we're in the theater of the mind. You guys have been, since your troll fight, you've been hiking for about 3 hours, and that's when you came across the more troll bodies that were. You definitely see some like damage from regular weapons, but it's mostly magic. Magic looks like the hard hitter.
Ah, jeez.
What is this? A bunch of wizards having a war with a banded trolls?
I hope it's not the Illithid.
Well, they're not much known for blight, but it's possible.
Little pad?
Illithid. I'll tell you about it later. Maybe around the campfire, assuming that we don't catch up today.
That were dumb.
Um,
One stupid.
So it is. We're getting into the early evening, and so I guess my main question for you guys is: how late do you want to keep pushing and following this trail?
I think we set up camp. I don't want to run into anything in the dark.
I think that's a good idea. Maybe we could find a bit of a cave that isn't too deep, so that way, our campfire isn't too noticeable. Only got one direction of approach. We're in the mountains, so it's not like we're short on caves.
I at least want to get myself with a backup to like the mountain or a big rock. I don't want to be snuck up on by any big troll.
Aye.
Of course, we'd probably smell them before we saw them, but still.
Okay. So I would like for whoever is looking to set up camp, I would like either survival or nature.
Survival or...
I feel like the people who would be the best at this is probably our lovely Milo and Pogo working together. And that will be my help action.
Telling us to...
All right.
Not that great.
Help action gives advantage, by the way.
So Pogo, why don't you roll again?
Okay, sure.
Okay. So we've got a 16 survival from Pogo
We're
with an
all doing
18 nature from Voldran, and not bad rolls from everybody else. So yeah, you guys are, before it gets like too dark, you're able to find a little like recess in the rock that feels pretty secure, that you're gonna be able to light a campfire that's not gonna draw a lot of attention, but also be able to vent the smoke out so you don't die.
Well, I think it's time for mutton and leek stew.
Ooh.
What's everyone else think?
Yay,
What,
mutton!
You bring cauldron?
Pogo, I'm an artificer. I bring everything.
Yeah,
Huh?
I don't really know. Mutton is a little gamey for me.
What?
And
What
I don't know about
fartificer?
leeks.
Well,
What
it's
did you just say, Pogo?
He said he farting, mister?
Not quite.
Oh, Voldran, gross.
Artificer.
He lost me.
It's like my job. You're a smashy, tracky guy. I make things.
I'm gonna go
What's the
find
cheat?
a high spot where I have like a good scope of like the area that's like a little bit away, because these guys are starting a fire. So I'm gonna I'm gonna keep an eye out, eyes, ears, nose active, kind of like if there's a tree, I'm in it. That's like
Okay.
on point.
Gotcha.
I'm cozying
Okay,
up
yeah.
near Pogo.
You're able to find a tree, like it's a big pine tree, and you kind of can scurry up and feel pretty well concealed.
Perfect.
Sweet. Okay, so we're
So-
sleeping till morning, and I guess Vol'jin is making stew.
Yeah.
Soup? Yeah, I guess it depends on the thickness, huh, Vol'jin?
Well, I mean, I could make a soup if you don't want it so thick, but to get a bunch of potatoes, and, you know, the starch should go a long way to thicken it up if we let it simmer for a bit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Mm.
No cooking.
So, you know, I was thinking a stew. It's a bit heartier. It's not as much water, which, you know, I feel like we could find some streams or springs up in the mountains. So I'm not too worried about running out of water just yet. So I was thinking a stew.
Well, I'm pretty tired, so I think I'm just gonna curl up and catch a few Z's. You guys stay up as late as you want, and then I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay.
You want me to wake you up for the stew?
No, that's all right. I'm good.
All right.
I
I'll
need
start
some fresh
working on
air.
some stew.
Okay.
Pogo, you're outside.
Hmm?
You're outside. You got fresh air all around you. You just gotta, breathe it in.
Smell like farty Mr. Make. You know.
No, I really don't.
Okay, I go bed too. Wake me up for stew.
All right.
Okay. So we've got some people taking some early naps. We've got Calypso kind of standing watch while everybody else is getting settled in. Calypso, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Passive perception is 16, 13 on my
Okay.
My rule.
Okay. So you it's pretty calm out. You definitely clock a few different animals, mostly like game animals like deer. Around. You think at some point, I think maybe you get a whiff of troll, but you realize it's really far off. And you're feeling pretty safe. Everything's
Sweet.
about as safe as you can be camping out on the side of a mountain.
Cool.
Okay. So, what is the appropriate skill check for cooking? Is it performance?
Could
Or is it
could be
nature?
a dex check also.
I feel like it should be like something
Usually
wisdom related.
it's
Sleight of
gonna
hand.
be- It's usually going to be a check with proficiency with whatever tools you're using.
Which would be
Okay.
cooking utensils is a tool that you can buy. So do you have proficiency in cooking utensils?
No, but it is a dexterity check, so I can just dexterity check it with.
All right, give me
You
a
have
dexterity check to see how yummy your mutton.
Oh, that was a save, so I
That's-
don't. But you know what? I'm not proficient with the save anyway, so it's still a +2, so it's still.
It's still +2, so it's still 20. Okay.
It's the best
Um,
damn
this
stew
is
anyone's ever had.
Really, this is really delicious. People were a little like leeks. Oh, what's that? What does that taste like? No, it's delicious. You're getting really like happy, earthy notes from those leeks. Actually, and if you want, actually, Vol'jin, why don't you tell me what it tastes like?
All right, so this stew that I have for you.
Mm-hmm.
This is I'm telling the party this,
Yeah.
So I've got some fine tonkawa mutton, and it's been slow cooked for a nice fall apart in your mouth texture. There's the leeks, which are adding a little bit of the herbaceous notes. I put just the right amount of salt, pepper. I put a little bit of some other secret spices.
Kind of
There's
making me real life hungry.
sorry.
For real.
And so we've got some hearty potatoes, which are adding to the thickness of the soup, but also adding their own nice bit of flavor because I put in a little bit of butter to help just richen it up a bit. Because, mutton's a bit
brought
lean.
butter?
A butter, yeah. It's a very dry butter. It's well pressed. And just to make things a little more interesting, there's some rosemary So there you go.
Yeah, you're making me IRL hungry at this
I
point.
want some of that.
No.
So
Please send mutton stew.
leek and mutton stew with potatoes and spices, and it's very nice. Look, there's a reason I went to the grocer. It's just to get, good ingredients.
I'm not sure about this. Mino like mutton or leek. And then Pogo tries a bite and then just drinks his entire bowl. Straight from the bowl.
Excellent.
Okay, maybe mutton, okay. I assume that I will probably eat like 6 or 7 bowls. I don't know what's reasonable.
I'm imagining like
Free to
the
play in the
scent-
chat says, have you washed the butter? No, but I washed the leeks. Because you gotta wash your leeks, because there's a lot of dirt that gets in leeks.
What about butter? You just had it in your pocket this whole time, or what?
I had it wrapped up in like cheesecloth and then in parchment,
As you should.
Well prepared.
Kakamakis is just gonna devour the stew, but he's not gonna eat any of the leeks, because those are vegetables. Vegetables are bad.
You're still gonna get some of that rosemary.
I'm imagining that I'm totally asleep, and then the smell is like, it's like a cartoon. Like, my wings like flutter, and I'm like floating just a little bit above. I'm like, oh my god, that smells amazing, Voldrin! You didn't tell me you could cook.
No.
I think I did actually.
No. I got a really good memory. I would have remembered something like that. Give me a little bowl of this. I want to see.
Alright.
Smells real
Here
good.
you go.
Damn. All right, I take a little sip and I'm like, holy shit, this is the best thing I've ever tasted. And then I yell up, hey, Calypso! Have you had some of this?
No, not yet, dear, although it does smell quite delicious.
It's really good, like really good. I was not expecting it to be this delicious, this delectable, this titillating. I gotta be honest. I'm I don't eat much. I'm very small, but this is quite delicious. Thank you, Voldrin. And I'm gonna walk over
You're
my
quite
Pogo
welcome.
and sit back down and chow down a little bit more.
I'm just gonna tuck into my nice own bowl of this.
Excellent.
Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna eat and go to sleep so we can do some more exploring in the morning.
We should set up
Okay.
a watch.
Calypso's got that covered, right, Calypso?
Demi thinks she should stay on watch all night.
I can take care of most of the night, darlings.
All right. Well, wake me when
not
you have
even
done.
sleep that
I'm
much. Do they sleep a lot?
I don't know. Did the Tabaxi sleep a lot?
Are you guys just yelling at me up to the tree?
Yes.
Yeah, so no one knows where you are.
Calypso, do cats sleep a lot or a little? I can't remember.
They tend to. Why?
Ah!
They tend to what?
Talking tree.
Pogo. It's just like those ints that we lost that bug.
Actually,
and
before I answer too much, can I roll, like, how much do I know about cats? Can I just roll a nature check?
Sure. Roll a
Because
nature
I
check.
am assuming they're asking about, like, regular cats. 8. So yeah, I guess, yeah, probably. I've seen cats sleeping relatively often.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess they sleep, right? Yeah, she'll be good. She'll be fine.
Tree not know much about cat.
You're gonna have to roll an insight check to know how
Laughing at
much
your
I'm
own joke.
bullshitting.
I want Pogo
No,
to score
you think
nat
Pogo doesn't
20s.
know about cats?
I don't know if Pogo knows how much, like, that much about social interactions to be able to tell how, like, knowledgeable I actually am in what I said.
Well,
Pogo
I just
grew
think
up
that
with a
you're
cat.
tree.
It's either a
Doesn't
cat
know
or
much
a big
about
rat.
cats.
Those are very different things.
Not that
Well, was it a
different
cat or
underneath
was it a
the
big
skin.
rat? Oh God.
I mean, in heart.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like viscerally.
Anyway, can we
Let's do
Okay.
this.
I'm gonna
the
assume you
cats.
guys have a regular watch. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. Nothing sneaks up on you in the middle of the night. It's now the next day, and you're up. You've had some breakfast. What's up?
When people get up, Voldrin's not quite in camp.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
But he'll wander in just a few minutes after people start waking up.
Uh-oh. Stu doing this to Vol'jin, make him disappear into woods for bath
No.
time?
No, everything's
Ooh.
great.
Oh, there he is.
He's fine. Look at him. Children, you didn't just have like really bad diarrhea or something, right?
Nope.
Needs to roll for that.
He needs to roll. Roll
Well, even if he did, he's still gonna say no.
Yeah.
Roll me a quick diarrhea check.
Okay, hold on a second. Now with dwarf, so I get advantage on this kind of like, you know.
That's true.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
got
you have
strong
advantage
stomachs.
against poisoning, I think.
So there you
Yes.
go. Probably not.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's good.
Okay.
Feels
He's a very
great.
normal,
Vol'jin-
very normal BM.
Oh,
Vol'jin feels
Quite
regular.
regular.
Yeah, you feel like.
Anyway,
All right.
Anyway,
tree coming with us? I say to whatever tree I thought Calypso was in. Not sure if she's still there or not.
so you up there?
I probably come out from like wherever we were camping because I was sleeping. Because I'm the one who worked
guess I did
Vol'jin up
notice.
to switch, so I probably come out from
Okay.
wherever I was napping. Fresh,
Yeah,
preened, looking fabulous.
Excellent.
You guys ready to get moving?
the
which way are we
breakfast, though.
going?
All right, I need
Oh,
a
we'll
survival
follow
check
you.
from Pogo or whoever's going to do it, but you've been kind of taking the charge on that, to see if you can pick the trail back up again. You pick that trail back up again. With a survival roll of 21, you find the trail, and you guys keep going.
This way. Guess tree int, right? Int not coming. Bye, Mr. Tree.
I will take point as I was doing.
Okay.
We
And
will
be-
leave you alone now.
Be relatively as stealthy about it as I can be.
Shit,
Okay.
they don't have leaves though, do they? They got needles.
Good try, dear.
So
Thank
you
you,
guys,
Calypso.
Oh, you were in a pine tree?
Yes.
Like a needle
Yeah.
tree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's what Maddie said.
that is what I said.
It was a big pine tree. I was paying attention.
I didn't notice. I just think that's an awkward place for a large cat person to be, hanging
Well.
out.
I don't know what to tell you. That's where she was hanging out.
I guess so. Okay.
Okay, so you guys follow this trail for you get a pretty early start, because nobody really sleeps in when you're camping. And
That is true.
You're hiking all morning. The climb's getting a little tough. Definitely a few points where you have to sort of it's mostly vertical, but you guys are athletic enough that it's not it's not like a sheer wall, but you're definitely doing a little more climbing today. Getting into some climbing as opposed to just hiking. But Pogo's able to keep an eye on the trail, and at about it's afternoon at this point. So at about 2 in the afternoon is when you've lost the trail, Pogo.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So where you guys are is kind of you had to kind of scramble up an incline to get it was probably 30 feet of just a rock face, but it was at an angle, so you can just kind of scramble up, and especially it's pretty easy going, especially if you're going hands in, on all fours. And you get up, and at the top there's you catch one more footprint and some dirt, and then there's nothing else there. There's just there's
Is it the
almost
nothing from Fantasia?
Is it what?
The nothing from Fantasia? Because then someone can say, was it a hole? You can say, no, a hole would be something. This was nothing. And everyone go, ooh, sorry. Just-
No, it's not that. So to your right, there's a pretty sheer rock face. It just kind of goes straight up. Ahead of you, there's a few trees and stuff. To your left, it kind of drops off. It's kind of gets into like a chasm. So, and you can tell that like if you walk ahead of you, there's like this little part of the rock that you're on. It kind of ends quickly, right? So the only real, it kind of just drops off, and it's like 50 feet between, there's like a chasm, and then the next piece of rock is like 50 feet ahead. And so they came up here, but you don't, it's really hard to see where they would have gone.
Is the ground mostly like rock around us other than like the footprint in the dirt, or it's just like it's all dirt but there's like a footprint and nothing?
It's mostly rock, so that's not helping.
Okay.
You like where there is some dirt, you've seen footprints, but like you can't. There's also like you just don't see where they could have gone.
Okay.
Can I take an investigation check to see if there's anything like holes in like the descending face of this cliff for like where people might have put like hammered in, what do you call them, pitons?
Yeah.
Pitons? I don't know exactly know how to pronounce that word.
Yeah, I think
It's Piton. I know that's how to spell it. I don't know how to pronounce it. So yes, absolutely. Give me an investigation check. So with an investigation of 10, you don't find anything like in the positive, right? There's some stuff that you like.
Unless I get advantage for this being a dwarf checking for stonework stuff.
Well, what I was going to say, there are some things that you specifically know aren't there, right?
Okay.
Like you don't see climbing marks. Like so you don't see the things that your dwarf eyes would immediately latch onto, right? You don't see like man-made holes in the rock or evidence of climbing gear.
Well, I don't think they climbed down, but I'm not sure where they would have gone.
You think they could have caught a ride? Like, you think maybe they flew somewhere?
Well, like some giant eagles are gonna fly them all the way to a volcano.
Oh, one of them is
yeah.
or one of them is a spellcaster.
Why?
Drifted down slow like.
If I know anything about large eagles, they don't fly you to the volcano.
Can I also do a little bit of a check and look for, like,
You don't want to.
as a tabaxi, I have a climb speed and I can use my claws to climb, so instead of looking for pit and stuff, can I see if perhaps I see, like, there was a cat climbing down?
So you're looking to see if it climbed. So are you investigating where they could have climbed down, or are you investigating where they could have climbed up?
Both.
Okay, sure.
Do you want me to roll 2 investigations?
Yeah. Give me, this first one is for climbing down.
8. 17.
Okay. So, with that 8, you can't really see anything. And you're having a little trouble getting you kind of test it out, right? You bring your claws out and you're having a little trouble. This is pretty hard rock, this is granite. It's a little hard to get your claws to get purchase. I mean, you can do it, but
Yeah.
it's a little tricky. But with that 17, it's not your like cat climbing skills that peaks. It's definitely your like rogue skills that are like so, your spidey senses, your rogue spidey senses tingle. And
Can we call them sneaky kitty senses?
Yeah, your sneaky kitty senses tingle.
Nice.
And it's almost, and you're not catching anything about climbing, but you are so good at finding traps and hidden compartments, and just so you're able to pick up on just the slightest deviation from like a pattern, and you see where the grain line in the rock doesn't look right. And if you go investigate that again, and you go up to the rock face, and you kind of put your paw on where that is, and you can see that there's actually a very, very narrow cave entrance.
Ooh, spicy.
That
That's
like
spooky.
you would have to walk like sideways, right? But you find it. You find a very narrow cave entrance.
Can I roll a perception check to sort of peek in?
Yeah, and you have dark vision, right?
I do, yes.
Okay.
17.
Awesome. Okay. So you kind of, cats are liquid. You kind of flatten yourself against the wall and stick your head in a little bit. And what you can see, you can't see super far because the opening kind of curves, but you can tell that after just a few feet, this opens up into a larger space.
I'll probably back up from the space a little bit and kind of corral the crew.
Okay.
And
Excellent.
Diaz, I believe we have found the cave entrance, and I'm going to indicate to where it is. As we are all well rested, everybody is feeling okay, we may want to move that way, and we should stealth. Vyra, I think that you should take point, as if you are the smallest, you'll get through there the easiest.
Oh, I can handle this one.
Hold up,
And Sneaky is my middle name.
Before we go in, though, let's check to see if there's only one entrance, or maybe there's more than one. We don't even need to go in to the cave. Watch this. So I'll use my dagger, which, by the way, mostly looks like it's made of like chitin and not metal, but
God.
And I'll cut off one beard hair, and then I'll hold it up in the entrance, and I'll say, "All right, everybody, hold your breaths." And I'll see if it hangs flat, that means there's no significant airflow, which means there isn't likely another entrance, because otherwise there would be a difference in pressure. And if there is another entrance, it'll either go towards the cave or away from the cave, because there's some subtle
Oh,
airflow.
nerd.
What a nerd.
Hey, I'm a dwarf. I'm used to the whole cave thing. So
Milo can't hold his breath. He's been trying and he's failed twice, so he might be screwing up the test.
Okay.
What do I find out?
You find out there's not another...
There's not another entrance?
Or at least if there is another entrance, it's quite a ways away.
Alright,
sorry, my meteorologist brain was immediately trying to do the fluid dynamics of how far away, this is the Venturi principle, if anybody was wondering, how far away the other entrance would need to be for it to affect or not affect airflow like that.
I kind of want to hear that. If you want to do that out loud, I think we all want to hear that. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
What about
if it's...
Alright, let's get the calculator out.
What about if the hole is at the same level of altitude? Would it still have like a pressure
It's still
difference?
unlikely for the other entrance to have exactly the same pressure as this one. So there would most likely still be airflow.
What if it's
Vol'drin just explained that to Luke, not Pogo.
Yeah.
Pogo wouldn't have any questions. He's just not
really. Yeah. So that pressure. So I guess it does move a little bit.
Alright.
Because. But I don't know. I'm gonna just tell you the other entrance is very far away, but there is airflow, which means that there is fresh air cycled through there. So,
there's good news and bad news. The good news is there's probably fresh air the whole way through, so we don't have to worry too much about running out of air. The bad news is me bear hair only moved the tiniest bit, which means it's pretty far away. So we kind of count on the other entrance or entrances for our escape plan if we need one. So we should probably put some rope behind us as we go, so we don't lose our way.
Okay.
That sounds good to me.
Alright, so Vyra, you were gonna go in first?
Yeah, I got this. Alright, I'm gonna roll for stealth.
Well, I think
okay.
Well,
as I said, before you do that, right before we go into the cave, let's go ahead and take our break.
Oh, good call. Yeah, it's 7.
It's 7, and so then we'll pick up with Vyra's stealth roll here in about 5 minutes.
All right.
All right, love you guys.
BRB.
Excuse me, it's 5 in real time.
Bye.
See everybody soon.
Oh. Okay.
Hello, we have returned.
Hello.
Hello.
I hope everybody got their snacks, their bathroom break, get
Heyo.
yourself some water.
Does whiskey with a little bit of rose water, lime juice, some sugar, and some bitters count as water?
I did hear the
I
word
heard water
water,
in that
so
sentence.
yeah, I agree.
Does water count as water?
No.
Oh, no, it doesn't. All right. Well, TM has spoken. Only whiskey counts now.
Only whiskey counts.
Well, I got a beer, so it's my last
No water for
one.
you.
I'm
No.
drinking dihydrogen monoxide, I guess.
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know what else to call it.
They
I'm
found
gonna
that in,
drink lots of dihydrogen
they
monoxide.
found dihydrogen monoxide in 100% of cancer cells, so careful.
What?
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know, a lot
Crazy.
of dihydrogen monoxide in your body.
I know, I don't
That
want to
could
get
kill you,
poisoned.
you know.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
quite
you say
worried
that,
about
but
it.
people have died from overhydration. That is a thing.
Yeah, that is.
Will we for
No.
That
I'm
was sad.
expecting to die from solid form dihydrogen
Ooh,
monoxide.
bold.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Ah.
Or plasma. No, not plasma.
You
Oh.
can't have plasma dihydrogen monoxide. It just
true.
disassociates into
Yeah,
oxygen and
that-
hydrogen.
That's true.
Wait.
So now that we're back,
Wait. Question.
Yeah.
Milo. If
Yeah.
you were killed by solid dihydrogen monoxide, would that mean you were put on ice?
I mean, basically, that's basically how that would happen.
Yes.
Also, remember, what killed the
could be-
dinosaurs?
It could be
Ice
skydiving,
Age.
and the parachute doesn't, parachute doesn't open, and I land on a frozen lake, crash land. It could be like that too.
You.
I know. You never know.
Hey. We were going into a cave.
Yes, where there's hopefully water somewhere, because that's how caves form.
Yeah. So, Vyra, you were taking the lead and you were about to give me a stealth check.
I'm about to do a mega stealth check. I'm about to stealth the hell out of this entire situation.
The lesson here is
Alright,
that
hold
we
on.
are the wrong kinds of nerds to be playing Dungeons and Dragons with.
I got distracted by a fluid dynamics homework problem earlier.
Oh, God.
As disguised as a question for the GM, right? I'm like,
Yep.
how does
Which is
airflow work?
awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you and I agree on how it works, so that we can have a coherent idea as to what's happening.
Don't forget to
Yeah.
like and subscribe and hit that button. We play this game every other Wednesday, so come by at 7 p.m. EST, as well as don't forget to go check out and support the people in the stream right now, as well as there's a link to Maddie's particular DMG that she wrote for Oops No Clerics. Link below in the description.
All cleric.
Oh, sorry, Oops All Clerics.
Literally
Oops,
the
all
opposite.
clerics. Yeah. There's
just the opposite, it's okay.
That I wrote.
Sorry,
It's very
I was
silly.
I was thinking too much about our party where we have no clerics.
Oops, no clerics.
Hey, we have a druid and an artificer, both of whom know cure wounds, so it's fine.
Yeah. No,
Ooh,
yeah.
clerics suck.
No.
Bro,
Clerics are great.
clerics are great.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
they're okay.
That's a beautiful stealth roll, Vyra, with that 21. First of all, everybody else has to walk sideways. You can just walk straight through this. You're like, oh, this is me sized. Excellent.
Can't Milo also walk straight through? He's also small.
He might be
In
wider.
my mind, Vyra is almost the size of a cat.
okay. Okay, fair enough.
My little tapetum lucidums are shining in the light.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Isn't Byra like
Snippy.
2 foot something tall?
Tapeta.
Yeah.
Like a goat
Tapeta?
cat
Wait,
reptile.
no, Tapeta?
Yeah. You're like the size of a Maine Coon in my mind.
Yeah, I'm the size of a cat, but it is a large cat.
Grammar check. It's Tapeta lucida.
Okay.
Oh yeah, my tapeta lucida,
There you
not
go,
my
Latin.
single tapeta. Yeah, fair. I got 2 eyes.
So I reiterate,
It's
we
true,
are the
that's
wrong kind of nerds to be playing D&D with, and please do not forget to hit like and subscribe, and
Listen,
go
I
and
am
find
not a
everybody's channel.
linguist. I am not a linguist.
And don't forget to go ahead and get Oops All Clerics down in the description below.
I promise it doesn't have
Remember-
any grammar lessons.
None.
Admitting your limitations as a scientist is actually a fault for most pseudoscientists.
That's true.
Excuse me, how dare you admit that faults exist? Please retire.
I don't know how earthquakes would happen otherwise.
Permanent retirement.
All right, so what does Virus see?
Okay, so Vyra, you come in and I'm shuffling tokens around. I'm gonna move you guys to a different map. So, after about 2 or 3, no, it's a little more than that. This narrow passage lasts for about 6 feet, and then it opens up, and player bar is moved. This is what you see.
This is like the fanciest map we've had.
Oh, it's almost like Dapper made this map.
Wow, what a good map.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Big thonk.
Yeah, this is what happens when you let
Just
the artist
because of
do the
that,
art.
just for that, I am not putting it on screen for everybody on the outside to see.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cancelled.
It's just where I always wanted to be, on a giant spoon.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, so if
Okay.
you're
Yeah, that
not
is a large
Vira,
spoon.
there you go.
Do I know that this is not a natural cavern? I feel like I do.
I'm gonna you do. We'll see if Vol'jin does. Okay, so Vira, you it's just kind of this empty space, but there is some light. There's just sort of orbs glowing around this kind of large empty chamber.
Oh, orbs.
Is that
round
all you
nemesis.
say? You just go in there a little bit ahead of us, and all we hear is, "Oh, orbs."
Oh, my orb. That's what we say. It's a regional expression.
I should probably also be the next one in after you.
Can I do a perception check as well and see if I'm picking up on anything as I come in here?
Stealth
Yeah.
checks.
Right.
Give me a perception check.
Let me do just a real quick, just a little look-see. See what I find, you know?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Orbs.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Orbs.
You find the orbs. Congratulations.
Oh my god, so many orbs all round.
Yeah.
There's some like bones over there, but you don't see those.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Nice.
retcon a thing I said earlier. This room isn't completely empty. There are you see some like dead bodies, like, but they're completely decayed, so they're just down to skeletons. But I didn't want to just say skeleton because this is D&D, and that's like the name of a monster, right? You see some specifically unanimated skeletons.
Not a skeleton.
Right
yes.
over
Bone.
over there, and it's several, the equivalent of several bodies.
Count the crania or the mandibles to get a good count as to how many other bones have, multiple per organism. There you go.
Oh, thank you, Voldrin. I think that's a task.
No, that was
really
that was
good at
Dapper. That was Dapper.
I was talking to Dapper.
So,
Fourth wall breaking.
I was just thinking
Yeah.
this whole time, what does retcon mean? It's like a portmanteau? I could just Google this. I don't know. I'm
It's
asking.
retroactive continuity.
Yeah.
Continuity. Okay. I know what it means. I just didn't know what it stood for. So,
Yeah.
now I
Portmanteau,
know.
retroactive, and continuity.
Okay.
One
Thank
time
you.
I accidentally said recon instead of redcon. It was very embarrassing.
That's
very
short for
different.
reconnoiter.
Yeah.
It was a little different.
You gotta do some recce.
So, is anyone else in here besides Vira and Calypso?
Calypso, have you moved in?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow behind. I'm still gonna stay behind Vira, just so, like, if she needs to back out real quick, she has space to do that.
Okay.
Because I'm essentially, like, I am at high alert mode, so if she comes flying backwards, I'm gonna grab her and double move the hell out. And I think everybody else should wait for our all clear to get
That's fair.
to pile in here.
So I'm waiting on you guys.
All right. Well,
What do you need to do to give that all clear for people to follow you?
If all we're seeing is corpses and we're not seeing any movement whatsoever, we'll move to maybe around here.
Go ahead. You can just move your token.
We're gonna get to about here in the room, since all we're seeing is orbs and things. And as long as the orbs don't do anything weird when we move towards an inn, I would... There doesn't seem to be any indication of traps, right? So far.
Do you want to look for traps?
If I can get... Yeah,
Yes.
I feel like both
Look
of
for
us
traps.
should be checking for traps, yes.
Okay, yeah, let's check for traps, and we'll specifically take a look at those orbs.
Traps and
What is our
alerts
trap
and...
check?
Usually
It's-
perception or
it's a-
investigation, depending.
Yeah, it's going to be
I already
investigation
don't
at this
do
point.
investigation.
Nice.
Orbs, man.
You, a second time.
Those excellent
17.
perception rolls.
Okay.
Ooh.
With that
My eyes
17,
hurt.
yeah, like Vira, you were expecting to come down here and it be dark, right? Your dark vision kicked in, and then you come into this room and it's lit up, and your eyes are just freaking out, and they don't like it.
God, my pupils, they're a mix between a goat and a cat. They're both perpendicular and up and down.
They're
Yeah.
star-shaped.
So I'm
But
a star,
Calypso, you you find no traps.
Yeah.
And the orbs, this is a light source and nothing else as far as you can tell.
Alright, then I will give the all clear to move in towards the room. And we can move.
All right,
You can start
you guys
moving
can
in
go ahead
here.
and bring your tokens into the room.
Well, this is rather spacious given the entrance. And now that I'm in here, can I use an investigation to determine the origin of stonework? Using
Yeah, go ahead
my-
and do that with advantage because you
Yeah,
know stuff
stone
about
cutting.
rocks.
Right. Because in case people don't know, there is actually a racial thing for dwarves. Whenever you make an intelligence... Oh, it's a history check, sorry. To relate to the origin of stonework, you are considered proficient in the history skill and add double your proficiency bonus to the check instead of your normal proficiency bonus. So...
Okay,
that
in
means
my
that-
mind, this is not a history check. This is an investigation check.
Do I still get to add my proficiency bonus to it?
Bummer.
No!
You can do that, or you can roll with advantage.
I'll just do the double my proficiency bonus. So basically, this is whatever I roll,
Okay.
it's going to be this plus 6.
Okay.
So it's a 19.
Okay. A 19. Okay, so with a 19, there's a few things that you know. The cave, that entrance, right? That was a natural phenomena. There's no way anybody could intentionally make something that like hidden with rock, right?
Right.
Maybe
Except
like
for a
the
dwarf.
maybe the best dwarven stone master of all time ever.
Right.
But that was a natural rock formation. This room clearly is not. And you can tell that it's not just from these lights, right? This is what you're guessing is one, somebody took advantage of how well hidden that entrance was, right? And this probably was a natural cave that was then expanded and built upon and turned. This feels like
The rooms are too like flat floored and the walls are too vertical and the ceilings
Exactly.
are too clean. Okay.
yeah.
Do I know who would have carved it? Because it does say that I can determine the origin of that, which I would assume would be like, did goblins carve it? Did dwarves carve
Yeah.
it? Did humans?
With that 19, and just with your knowledge of this area, and the fact that you fought in the last war, this is Mind Flare. This is Illithid.
All right. Well, this is Mind Flayers. I say we leave, and I'm gonna start walking back the other way.
Are you a giant baby? I mean, kind of. You're
well-
large and...
I am taller than a baby, but also I saw a whole lot of babies get their brains bashed out by Illithids and their slaves.
Voldrin, darling, hold on for one moment. Let's have a quick powwow before we go anywhere, real quick, since we're in here
Can we
anyway.
have it outside the cave?
And there's not really much point. It won't matter either way. Listen,
I disagree, but
I
alright.
found some information while we were looking into the dinosaur cave area. I believe that the people we are pursuing are working with a mind flayer. However, a singular mind flayer and a singular mind flayer area does not equate to necessarily there being mind flayers here. And what do we do if we leave? If we leave right now, we lose any opportunity we have whatsoever to be able to go back to make sure to wipe this out. So I suggest and recommend that we very quietly, very stealthily... Pogo, where are you going?
What?
Pogo, please, dear, please come back here. I'll give you a piece of jerky.
Me full of stew. Just checking out orbs.
That was from last night. Bullshit that Pogo's not hungry.
It good.
He did eat a lot.
Pogo, you hate orbs. They remind you of round rocks, which tend to roll under your feet and make you trip.
Alright, but counterpoint, mind flayers come in cities. This was clearly carved by them. They don't tend to work alone. So
Assuming that this has not been commandeered by the people that we're after. So I think that we, at least if we're going to, we confirm whether or not there are actually mind flayers here, because then we can actually get some political movement and actually get the resources needed to deal with this. Because if we leave, without any information, it means that we're giving the Illithid potentially a foothold, which is problematic.
Like, but what if I guard the entrance from the outside?
Is he freaking kidding me?
I'm probably gonna look at Vyra and say, in his defense, he's not exactly the stealthiest person. It might be good for the two of us to move ahead considerably further. However, Vol'jin, I would feel better if you were maybe down over at that entrance over there. With the dynamite and with Milo ready to be able to give us a get out of jail free card.
Golly, we gotta do all the work around here every single time we do something.
I know. Isn't that always the case, though, dear? If we have them do it can never get done properly.
Alright, let me ask you a question. How many people have you seen in person have their brains removed by a lamprey mouth surrounded by tentacles?
Nine.
Numbers.
Dear, I'm agreeing with you, but what I'm saying is that we can't get any movement on a suspicion that we may have found an old place that they used to use. If you want any kind of movement to stop this from happening, we need to actually have some information to pass on.
Alright.
I'm okay with you guarding the entrance, but guard the entrance with Pogo at the ready to swing if we give him the signal running back, as well as have your dynamite ready that you can finally use, as well as we're taking Milo with us, because Milo's, quite frankly, his spell last time was quite impressive, and I feel like if we're going to have to flee, that it will be very beneficial for us to have him with us.
Alright.
I heard me name. What plan?
Pogo and Kakamaka stack up at the door at the entranceway to the south here. Me and Vyra will move forward quietly, but not too far at a time. If we see sign of trouble, we will immediately come back, and we'll potentially be able to get some movement with whatever information that we are able to gather. If there is an extreme situation and we come hurtling through that door at top speed, in which case I will probably be carrying Vyra, then Pogo and Kakamakas will be able to swing when ready, will be able to move away, and Vol'jin, you can stand at the back with your cannon ready to blast this entranceway to block it all off.
Alright. I like it. Kinda. But when this all goes tits up, it's your fault.
The plan is if it goes tits up. That's the plan!
Yeah, if it's good.
Vol'jin is clearly not happy, but he's willing to not just leave.
Right. The point is that we'll move out as quickly as possible at the first sign of trouble. Pogo, get back here, please.
For the record, though, we don't all have enough fingers to count the number of people whose brains I've seen get sucked out. Just saying.
Thank you, Vol'jin. I really appreciate that input.
Noted. Yeah. Let us go to our deaths, Vyra. Because the men can't handle.
But I want to go into the Mind Flapper cave.
I'm going stealth mode.
Yeah.
Wait, are you taking Milo?
Yeah.
Yep, Milo's coming with us.
Milo's just a little slow with his mouse.
It might be viable how stealthy are you? Because it might be viable for you to be a smaller creature that can be carried by one of us.
Yeah, like a tiny little mouse that can go in someone's pocket. So I'm gonna wild form.
do that.
All right,
shape
wild
into-
forms
We
in
carry you.
No, Pogo,
Into,
you're not coming. Pogo, you stay at the entrance here. So
That
you,
not important. Me just want mouse.
when
Why do you
Milo,
want the mouse?
when-
Maybe I won't do mouse. Maybe
when-
I'll wait
Mouse cute.
until we find something that Pogo's scared of. That's tiny.
when Milo
Just
transforms,
Good luck.
if and when Milo transforms into a mouse, me as a cat will scoop him up in my paws and I will put him on my shoulder.
Cats.
Hey, what's that
eat
over there, Gun?
mouse.
Milo's a mouse.
He's right.
Pogo, I'm trying to teach Sixie a new trick. You want to see?
Alright, so I do a
What
quick
kind trick?
change shape. Done.
Well, I'm
Quickly.
trying to
Come
get
in your
her
pocket.
to
Yep,
roll
done.
over it.
Hidden.
Alright.
All right, I'm gonna pretend that I've been trying to get 60 to roll over for this whole time, because I mean, like whatever. It's literally just a ploy to get Pogo not to try to pick up Milo.
I think it already worked because I'm pretty sure.
All right, in that case, I'll
Okay.
just say, ugh, she's not doing it. Maybe tomorrow.
She not too smart, but very pretty.
It's the eyes. There are so many of them.
We
Okay,
got-
so team in the hallway.
Yep.
You guys see in front of you this skeleton. This one is up and walking around.
He's not
um,
that far from us.
Yeah,
like
sorry, you guys were
clustered.
talking, so I didn't want to do the reveal
No,
area in the
sorry.
middle of it. It's not. It's kind of walking aimlessly. That's what you notice about it. Just sort of like if it like walks into a wall, it's like the screensaver, right?
Oh, it's like booping back and forth. Like it's the thing
Yeah,
and boops
it's
in
kind
the...
of just booping back and forth. Can I get a perception check? Perception or investigation, I guess?
Okay, I would also like to use the help action as well.
I'm guessing it's getting darker over here. Is it getting darker?
It's
Pogo does not
darker
have dark
because
vision.
you're not. There's no light orbs in this hallway, but you're in dim light at this point.
Okay.
Could I also roll a religion check to know how much I know about skeletons and living skeletons?
I would make it an Arcana check.
I'll
but yeah,
I'll take Arcana. I got a +4 to that. I only got a +1 to religion.
yeah. Okay.
Fuck.
So, okay, so Vira with that 12 perception,
I will also roll a perception check. 13.
okay, so you guys definitely know that this is not a human skeleton.
I don't like that. Human ones are nice and flimsy. They got low bone density.
And it's everything from like the neck down seems mostly human, like humanoid. You know, you would kind of recognize that basic humanoid structure. But the head is not right. There's not like there's a part of a skull there, but there's just like where normally like the mouth would be. It's just sort of this large gaping hole. Where there is no bone. It doesn't look like it's been broken off. It's that this creature does not have bone there.
Wait, so like it has a jaw, but then it's missing like everything
No,
above the jaw?
It doesn't have a jaw.
Okay.
It has a
It's-
hole for a mouth.
It just has this big. It's like there's a very basic structure.
Is it like
That
a lamprey mouth that Voltron might have described earlier?
Well, fun fact about that is that's mostly cartilage.
Got him.
I just mean like shape-wise.
Yeah, definitely reminds you of that.
Like circular.
Is this some kind of illithid?
And then with even though you only got a 9 in Arcana, this is sort of what you get for free. This does remind you of something, and it really reminds you of the like the the part of the mine that you closed right back up and didn't go into, where you saw some of Fion's failed experiments.
Got it.
Well, how do we feel about this one, gang?
You guys gonna
Whispering.
sneak ahead, see if any bad guys there?
Yes, Pogo, we already went over this. Please go back, dear.
Well, you are not supposed to be this close to us.
She
You're
said
gonna ruin our cover.
stand in doorway.
I said stack up on the doorway. That would be this side and this side. So you're stealthed and can swing in and ready attacks.
Well, if you aren't watching
Do not know what
60 could
stand-
trip and die. Go watch 60, Pogo.
60 outside. We won't stay in cave. It's nice
But
in
60
here.
told me that she wanted you to go by the other door.
I just heard something move over there. You guys see that?
Yeah, we see it.
I better get out of here.
Yeah, good move. But yeah, she's a big lunkhead.
He's just booping around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doing that skeleton shuffle.
How high is this? Like, how high is the area?
It's the ceiling's probably 7 feet.
And how tall is the skeleton?
Maybe 6 feet.
It's 6
By the
feet
way-
tall? Holy shit.
I'm gonna radiant action to use 60's attack on anything that isn't a party member that comes through either entrance.
Okay.
And yes, literally anything. I don't care if it's a kid. Voldrin is not in a good place, so he's
Okay.
not going to be super discriminating about what comes through that isn't a party member.
I'm going to probably suggest that, I feel like, dear, we put this thing out of its misery. There's not really much getting around it by the looks of things. You might
Yeah,
be
but the
able
thing is,
to
I don't
on your
wanna-
own, but,
I don't want to do anything that's going to be too loud and attract the attention of perhaps larger skeletons.
well, that's why we're in a position to still be able to dip relatively easily right now. At least if something comes out, we get the information we want of what's here, don't we?
Alright, I'm going to use Burning Hands on this bitch.
I am also going
Okay.
to, I'm going to try and sneak up to it and attack from stealth.
Okay.
Surprise round! Do we get a surprise round?
Sure. Yeah, this guy has no face, so he's not very perceptive.
Ah, yeah.
Okay.
Destroy him!
Okay, so yeah, that's all right. Let me do that dex save. He's not.
Hey!
I'm sorry.
Alright, okay.
My
He just
skeleton
steps.
rolled a 19.
Nice.
Okay.
Still does half damage, right?
Yeah, so he takes
So
6
what is
points
that,
of damage.
6 points?
6 points of fire damage, and then Calypso, how much damage does your rapier do?
That will be 1d8 plus 4 plus 3d6.
Nailed it.
Okay.
$12 damage total.
Yeah, okay, so that's 6 points of damage, and then 5, and then 7. You guys promptly have killed this skeleton.
Good.
Whatever magic was holding it together, it just collapses in a heap on the floor.
Good job, dear.
Hey, you
And
too, that wasn't too bad.
back to stealth and to peeking around corners.
Okay. Hold on, I'm making a note. I'm giving the dead... There we go. So now that... Actually, I don't want that. I want the red X, because that I can actually see. Okay. So, you come into the corner, and this room opens up. Excuse me. And you see another large chamber. Can you guys see that now?
Yep.
Okay. So you see the large chamber. There are 2 more skeletons over here. They're booping around. It's the same weird movement, non-threatening, but just walking around aimlessly.
I think we can probably sneak past these ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay, so give me a perception check for what else you see in this room. Okay.
Can I give the help action? No, I guess I'm
Sure.
yeah, because I can do it as a bonus action. So she gets advantage and I roll.
Okay. So Erica, go ahead and roll again.
I rolled a one.
baby.
Yeah, one
All right.
more. I'll take it.
Okay,
God.
so Calypso, I think you're so distracted by the just like empty face, right? That looks really weird. But Vyra, you notice a few other things. You definitely notice some other skeletons in, let's say, like this corner that that they look like failed experiments. It looks like couldn't even get those guys animated. And you also clock pretty quickly that this, whatever this space was originally, it's been turned into a place where, or like basically a research lab. So you see some notes, not a whole lot, but you see a few notes, a few, alchemical reagents, stuff like that. This looks sort of like laboratory research space.
All right, you want to sneak past these chumps, and I guess the shortest one would be to go to the corridor that's closest to us.
Yeah, I think that's probably for the best. Although, dear, it
sneak by.
does appear that it is not, in fact, Illithid that are currently occupying this space.
So,
Which
just
you
as
mean,
a
is it
reminder,
skeletons?
No, I think it's whoever's experimenting on them.
Yeesh.
just as a reminder, the sort of cultural zeitgeist of mind flayers is that they were wiped out in that last war.
Yeah, they were genocided.
If you ask a person on the street, are there any mind flayers alive, they will answer no.
Yes, but I also recall I got a whisper in like our first session that had a little
you got
bit
a whisper. Yeah.
that may indicate otherwise for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I want to find some evidence so that way we can actually get some movement, because like without any evidence people are just not going to believe us.
Let's just see. Well, if you want to go up there and get those notes, maybe that would be the thing you're looking for.
No, we need something substantial. A little bit more than what we've
like
got.
a live illithid?
Well, a witness would be good, yes. We don't need to necessarily capture a live illithid, we just need to see one. But yeah, I think we should go with the original plan and just go right past.
Sneak on past.
That way.
We just use our... Do we need to do another stealth check?
No, it's very easy to evade the skeleton dudes. They're not aware of their surroundings other than when they walk into something they move.
Right, let's go. Over here.
Okay, so you guys go over this way. So this opens into a pretty long corridor that leads up into that room.
Let's see what's over here. Oh god, this looks like some kind of church. My skin! It's burning a little.
No, so you walk into this.
Yeah, maybe it's a
this is true.
church in your favor.
Well, yeah. I'm just walking around.
Don't forget to check for traps, Pookie.
Sorry, I just gotta say, I'm unreasonably happy with this map, so I just like it. I like looking at it, sorry.
I like the little orbs.
Yeah, Dapper did a great job. So you come into here, and it's not a church, but you definitely get, it's hard to tell exactly what it is, and you don't know a whole lot about, like, Mind Flayer culture, but this was some sort of communal...
gathering place.
Community space, right?
Yeah.
And, who knows what the Mind Flayers would use this space for, right? I will say you do see, as you're walking through here, you do see spotted around, there are like unanimated bodies, skeletons. And so there's a few that are in here. They've kind of been stacked almost, like this isn't just like a body has been left like where it fell when the person died. They've clearly been moved, but that was probably a long time ago, because you're really just finding like heaps of bones with fragments of cloth and things like that on them.
And are any of these bodies appearing to be like human or anything, or are they all still looking the same? Like,
can you give me any well, with your passive perception of 16, you definitely clock that some are there's humans, there's dwarves, right? Probably the largest, not probably more dwarves, just because of like the general population of this area, and those are sort of separate from like the mind flayer bodies. So like those the two groups, if you will, have been separated out from like mind flayer and not mind flayer.
Gotcha.
I thought this was some kind of sacrificial place.
Do you want to give me an investigation check, Vira?
I do.
Help!
Yeah.
Master,
Right, hold on.
I love being a tactics master.
Investigation!
Okay, but roll that with advantage because we've got our master tactics helping you out.
Shite, hold on, I gotta roll with advantage. I gotta figure out how to do that again.
Okay, well you rolled twice and you got a 5 and a 7.
Well, that's not great.
Can I also roll an investigation? Because my help action is a bonus action.
Sure, go ahead and roll.
Oh wait! I lied. None of those count. Help action is only when you help to aid an ally in attacking a creature. So that stands. And I can't take the other action unless you want to allow me because an amount of time has passed.
I'm gonna allow you to, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm a dumbass.
Definitely some kind of weird ritual sacrifice.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
And it checks out. That does seem like something a bunch of cephalopods.
Yeah, our concern isn't exactly what this place was used for. Perhaps somebody who's a historian can come and check this place out later if it's safe. For now, let's just find what information we can so that way we can either deal with it ourselves or, more than likely, what we ought to do. And I'm gonna like kind of nudge her as we're going together to say this kind of under my breath and be like, we can, no matter what we find here, tell them what we go back to some rich folk who would be interested in this place and negotiate a larger price.
Ooh, I think that this might be clear signs of illithid revival that might require quite a bit of gold to quell.
And information is invaluable, darling.
That sounds about right.
Hey, off we go.
Okay, I guess let's go down this next corridor.
You guys are gonna go further in here? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Kakamakis, you think they should come back by now?
I don't know.
Why is Virus sideways? Okay, never
Turning
mind.
myself sideways.
I'm just looking at orbs.
I'm rotating.
They should come back by now.
But
Oh yeah,
orb.
sure hope Pogo doesn't get worried that we're not back by now.
No, he should know that we're going to be about at least 30 minutes to an hour.
Did see creepy man earlier. You think we need check? You are sneaky,
No,
right?
Pogo. I think we're good here. I think we'll be good here for like
Hey, Frady Cat. Don't
about
mind
a
him.
day, and then we can just leave.
You want leave them? Would Sixie leave you? No.
No, but that's because
Exactly.
I'm kind of in mind control of Sixie, so she can't leave me.
Don't worry about him. He's sexist.
Well, it's not. It's not because
Sexist, more
you
like.
It's not because you decided that Sixie should be feminine. It's more because I literally control her with me mind. But that's okay.
Anyway, Kakamakis, you think they should be back by now?
Don't know.
Well, how long has it actually been, GM?
It's probably been about half an hour.
Look, Pogo.
Really? It took us a half an hour to walk down one hallway, up another hallway?
You're being
You did
selfish.
some investigating and some noticing, and you're being very sneaky. You also
no.
killed a skeleton.
in 6 seconds.
That's true. You did kill him
yeah.
in 6 seconds.
It was a
Alright.
big skeleton.
Pogo.
I'll allow it.
I'll tell you what. How about if the sun goes down and we that are not back, and look, we can just look outside and see the sun or how bright it is. If the sun's down and they're not back, you and Kakamakis can go investigate, and I will leave the cave and guard the entrance from intruders.
How about I throw this rock as high as I can? If it hit the ground and they're not back, we go check.
I think that's a bit hasty, because that
Could be long time.
No, it won't be, because rocks only take about as long to hit the ground as high as you can throw them, and the ceilings are only, how high are the ceilings?
7 feet tall.
7 feet, yeah.
Yeah,
But I
the
can
ceilings
throw
only
real high.
right, but they'll hit the ceiling and come back down once you get to about 7 feet, so it won't take that long.
Okay, I know negotiation. I compensize. I throw Kakamakis as high as I can.
No. I propose a different compromise. How about when the light turns red, which will happen a whole lot sooner than it gets dark. That's when we become concerned.
That's not fair.
Why not?
Me red-green colorblind.
Oh, I didn't know that. But look, I'm not, and neither is Kakamakis. And between the two of us, we're not gonna lie to you.
While they're doing this, I imagine that I'm walking with Calypso, and I'm like, yeah, one thing that really unnerves me, it's something that kind of keeps me up at night. Pogo's red-green colorblind, and I'm always worried that at some point it's going to get us into some kind of pickle.
To be fair, darling, it's Pogo. I think you should always be concerned that he's going to get you into some kind of pickle.
Yeah, but sometimes I'm worried that, he gets startled by yellows as well, so it's one of those things where it's like,
I'll make
anything could happen.
I'll make
Colors just, they don't mesh well with it.
I'll make a note to not pick him up a yellow hat then.
Well, he doesn't like hats anyways. His sagittal crest is too big.
So
Reasonable.
So listen, you guys, you realize we the only strong ones, and I mean me, Sixty Kakamakis, not you, Birdleg. And they in this cave all alone.
I like how between me and Vyra we could probably nuke Pogo into the ground.
Alright, Pogo. Here's the thing though. They're the sneaky ones. They're not going to get into trouble. They're going to come back and tell us that there's trouble, and then we can all go fix it.
But what if trouble finds them first?
Well, they're still going to be sneaky. So they can just come back before the trouble even notices that they're there. Are you saying that Vyra is not sneaky enough for this?
Here's the thing, she have tendency to get herself into pickle when I not know what color red or green is.
Aye, but pickles are pretty good. Also, this cave is mostly grey. I don't think...
Happens constantly.
I didn't think it'll matter this much.
Dear, aren't you concerned with his red-green issue that you are in fact red in skin tone?
It worries me, but I always just assume that I come off as kind of gray, which would explain why when we're in caves, much like this one, he can't ever see me.
Oh dear, we should get you a green vest just to see what happens.
No, as Dapper, that is not how red green color
Not at all, but that's
Yeah, it's
It's just gray. Red and green are both gray.
No, that's not how that works.
Same with dogs that are colorblind. It's just all black and white.
They just see it. They see in black and white. Yeah.
That's the lore.
Anyway,
Listen, my real concern is that at any given moment, these orbs, what if they all simultaneously turn like yellow or something? It's gonna be really bad for him.
Yeah, he'll have quite a bad time.
So here thing, Voldy. If she get herself into pickle, even if it good, big, juicy red pickle, we still.
That just sounds like a dick.
Save her. Juicy red pickle. I didn't even realize.
Oh god.
Wow. Should listen to myself more.
So,
This nudity!
just a fair warning. Like, I feel like that's just, you've just described Cockamacus as like an existence.
Oh,
but we
God.
I
are.
just had a flashback to Arrested Development where it said, and that's when Tobias realized there was something distinctive about his speech.
And that's when he knew. He fucked up.
Oh, Tobias, you blow hard.
Exactly.
So just a heads up, we are coming up to the 2-hour mark. So if we
We are coming up to the 2-hour mark. So is there?
We need to comedically dialogue more often.
Yeah.
So listen, here's the plan.
Okay.
If somehow mysteriously 2 weeks pass between now and when they come back, we go find them.
Alright, if 2 weeks, as measured by the sun outside, pass, we'll go get them.
Or 2 weeks measured by weird ethereal meaning.
Well, I'll be in charge of measuring the weird ethereal bits. You be in charge of watching out for 60.
That not my job. I walked out for
I know, but I'm looking at
little
the
green
sun.
dragon friend.
I keep watching the sun. It's hard. Somebody has
Okay.
to watch on 60.
You not look straight at it.
No. I won't.
Oh, might burn his eyes on the gray of the sun.
You can't hear us.
That
Okay,
was me
team.
commenting.
So is this where we're gonna leave it? We've got team exploring, team guarding.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that we're in
sure.
a decent
It's a good
position.
spot.
We've got
Yeah, we're
Okay.
not being
we
currently
got
attacked.
we've got team A doing the scoping, and we've got team
You
B.
mean Team B. Doing this stuff. We're Team A.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well, how do you
you
call it
guys are
team-
definitely the A team, which is why you've stayed behind.
There's team can see color and team at least one member is colorblind.
Okay, but I think this is a pretty good place to leave it.
Yeah.
Hey, viewers at home, if you think this map is gorgeous and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I could play a module where I had my own maps made by the same person. Dapper also did the maps for Oops All Clerics.
That's true. They're even
yeah.
higher definition than this map, by the way, because since, this map was just pro bono, I didn't do it at as high a resolution. So the maps
Yeah.
in Oops All Clerics, even better.
Even better. So,
Please download.
yeah,
After
check
paying.
that out.
Link in the description.
Link in the description. Donate to 826LA or whatever your favorite charity is.
Go and find everybody.
Yeah, we're on the internet. We do stuff.
I'm Dapper Dinosaur. There's Science Side Up. There's Gutsick Gibbon. There's Cheshire Vic, although you're probably already here if you're hearing me say that. So, just hit subscribe below this video for her.
We're all terminally online.
Like, go back to
Yeah.
go find yourself on Non Sequitur Show. Goodbye,
Yeah.
everybody.
Good night, team.
Bye.
Bye.